they've tried hard to make up businesses. What usually happens when black and Hispanics try to come together and set up businesses or shops, we usually come crumbling down. Why? One person was a thief, one person did something that they wasn't trying to do, one person was trying to steal money, right? Read that again.
2,000 years after the departure of Jesus the Christ, the prophets are back to teach the real Jews, the 12 tribes of Israel, their true nationality. This is their campaign.
Have you ever read the Bible before? You ever read the Bible before? A little bit? A little bit? What happened in Exodus? What great event happened in Exodus? Right, the exit, right? The Israelites exit out of where? Out of where? Egypt. Remember Egypt? Pharaoh let my people go. Remember that? Remember that? We all saw the movie, right? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28.
Plagues, yes.
Verse 1.
So here, the Israelites, we're in the wilderness, right? We left Egypt. Moses got the laws, right? Now, this is Deuteronomy 28. He's giving us curses that's going to happen to us if we don't keep his commandments.
And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
So if we do keep God's laws, he's going to set us on high. Read verse 15 now. This is Moses speaking to the Israelites.
Yeah, but it's not that simple because we have to do something in return.
Absolutely. Which is what? Keep God's laws. We're going to get to that. Go ahead.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
This is the conditions. What I'm going to tell you, if you do not keep God's laws, these things will happen. Go ahead.
To observe to do all his commandments.
To what?
To observe to do all of his commandments.
My brother, to do. Do's what? My sister, do's what? It's an action. Go ahead.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
That all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
What?
Curses.
So the Israelites in the latter days shall be a curse.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Meaning what? You're going to be consumed with curses. Just read the curse.
And that happens because people didn't
keep
hearken
God's
to the voice, so the Lord allowed it to happen.
Exactly. We didn't keep God's laws. Read it again. Why did the curses come upon the Israelites? Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
All his what?
Commandments.
What?
Commandments.
Why we went to slavery?
Not observe to do all his commandments.
Why we in the bottom of society?
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
That's why. Go ahead.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Let's read one curse. There's several curses. Let's read the next one. Next verse.
Verse 32.
No, give me 17. No, 16.
16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall the Israelites be in the city. Yes, look now, my brother. Yes, look now. Let's look at the world map. We got Chinese, European, East Indian. Who's cursed in the city? Who's the first? Who's the last hired? First fired. Who fill up the shelters, public assistance lines, food stamp lines? Who fill up those lines? Who has the worst educational systems? Worst health care? The poor. Who's the poor?
Right.
What denomination make up the poor? They call them the minorities. Black and Hispanics. Keep going.
Yeah. And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. What happened in the sugarcane plantations in Jamaica? What happened to the cotton field plantations here in America? Tobacco plantations. That's why they call it Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago for tobacco. A lot of people don't know that. What happened in the Americas? Where's the cotton field? What is this at? What happened? Who served in the vineyards, the cotton fields? Where's that? Where's that?
It's on the other one, you got it.
We don't got it?
The other one.
God damn, man. Nah, we left it back. But who served in the plantations? Our people, did we not? But, that's a condition that's going to happen to the Israelites. Keep going.
Cursed shall thy basket and thy store.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. I've grown up, my family, me personally, they've tried hard to make up businesses. What usually happens when Black and Hispanics try to come together and set up businesses or shops? They usually come crumbling down. Why? One person was a thief. One person did something that they wasn't trying to do. One person was trying to steal money. Right? Read that again.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Our businesses shall be depleted, empty. Right? Give me 32 now.
Verse 32.
Go ahead.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Thy sons and thy daughters. Tell me we got that one at least. We don't got that one? The auction block?
No. Wow, man.
Hey. What happened? Who watched 12 Years a Slave?
Yeah.
Or Goodbye Uncle Tom? You ever seen these movies? Or Mandingo? Roots.
Yeah.
Roots. What happened in slavery?
They sold them.
They took our children away from us. Was it willingly? Was it willingly or was it forced? Forced. You understand? Read it again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Go ahead.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them.
Meaning you're going to look at them and miss them. In 12 Years a Slave, there's a scene. The white man, he said, yo, we're going to sell this family. The sister, she had a boy and a daughter. She said, master, please, master, don't separate my family. Please, master, please. Go ahead.
And yet thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Go ahead.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Meaning you ain't going to be able to stop that thing. Whose children were sold to another people? The Israelites. But who did that happen to? We got to look at prophecy and look at history.
Right.
Who fits the prophecy of God? Go ahead. Keep going. Where we at? Give me 48 now.
48.
No, 40. About 48, yeah.
Verse 48.
Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord,
Hold up. The Israelites shall serve what?
thine enemies.
Meaning whoever sold the Israelites into slavery, God calls them what?
Thine enemies.
Not your friends. Who sold us off? Who sold us off in the transatlantic sub-Saharan slave trade? Right? Who sold us off? Where's the map? Where's the map? From the west coast of Africa, we were shipped to Europe, Spain, Brazil, South America, North America, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. Go ahead. Read that whole verse again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies,
We shall serve our enemies. Go ahead.
which the Lord shall send against thee.
God sent the white man to put us into slavery. God sent the Arabs to put us into slavery.
That's
God
right.
sent the Africans, which is the Hamitics, because we're not Africans, we're Israelites. You understand? They put the term African in school. They say Africans sold other Africans to the white man. No. Give me the Bible dictionary. Bible dictionary real quick. Because that's something that the white man won't teach you. All black people are not the same. All black people are not the same. You understand? Bible dictionary of Ham. Keep going. We're going to get it.
Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who put us into slavery? Who put us into slavery? My sister. Who the Bible just said put us into slavery? My brother. The Lord. God allowed our people to get raped, murdered. robbed, pillaged, children, families broken. You have children? How will you feel if your children was taken from you? Or you never saw your husband? How will you feel? These things happen to us. Go ahead.
This is the Bible dictionary.
I'm said not all black people are the same. The white man wrote this book. Pay attention. Remember in the Bible, Noah had 3 sons, right? Noah had Shem, Japheth, and Ham. Out of those 3 sons, populated the entire earth. Right? Go ahead.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, probably born about 96 years before the flood.
Go ahead.
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Go ahead.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
He became Ham, or Hamitic, right? Became the progenitor or the father of the dark races. Who is that, the dark races? Go ahead.
Not the Negroes.
The white man said what?
Not the Negroes.
He's saying the white man's letting us know there's a distinction, there's a difference. Then the Negroes that landed in Jamaica, then the Negroes that landed in America, Brazil, Dominican Republic, all these different nations. There's a difference from those Negroes and the Africans in Africa. There's a difference. Go ahead.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Go ahead.
Not the Negroes.
Not you Negroes. You Negroes don't come from Ham. You come from Shem. Go ahead.
But the Egyptians.
But they won't teach you that in school. Go ahead.
Ethiopians.
The Egyptians come from Ham. The Ethiopians come from Ham. Go ahead.
Libyans
come from Ham. Go ahead.
And Canaanites.
The Canaanites, South Africans come from Ham. Right? Go back to Deuteronomy 28 now. So now we know the Israelites shall have enemies, and those enemies they will be forced to serve them. And those enemies sold their children to slavery. Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
In hunger. You work? Something in here. You work? Oh, yeah, right. My sister, you work? Have you ever, you two work, right? Just say no income is coming in. What happened? No income coming in. Do we have our own food supply? We have our own water supply. What about light bill? You don't pay the light bill. What happened?
No light.
No light. Read that again.
In hunger and in thirst.
In hunger, meaning, and if you want food, you have to work for it. We ain't gonna have no food supply, meaning we're gonna be dependent upon our enemies completely. We're not self-dependent no more.
That's right.
But that will happen to the Israelites.
But it's not coming to Revelation.
Absolutely, absolutely. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity.
Right. And even though fast forwarding a bit, because time is going, Revelation, because I read Revelation and it tells us that later on, because I tell a lot of people when I get a chance to, that later on, like us talking like this, it won't happen. So we have to have it up here.
Absolutely.
So if you can't say it out your mouth, then it's in your mind.
We got to keep God's laws right here.
Because that's where the true test is going to be then.
Absolutely. Keep going. We keep going.
In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
Go ahead. Speed it up.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. We don't got that one either, huh? No. God damn. Who put shackles and chains on our necks and our arms? Huh? Right, the slave masters, the Europeans. Look at this right here, slave ships. What's on these young boys' ankles? On their wrists? Is it a wristband? What's on their neck? Is it a chain? Shackles, that's a yoke of iron around our necks. Who put that upon our enemies?
But it's happening now.
It's happening now, right, in Libya.
It's not literally the iron around the neck, but I mean...
It's spiritual now, it's mental now. It's going to get to it. Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Meaning the moment those necks came off, those yokes came off our neck, meaning what? We were completely destroyed in here. We're no longer going to remember we the Israelites. Now I'm Jamaican. Now I'm American.
Right.
Now I'm Americanized. Well, I don't seek to be a man and try to be self-sufficient. Now I'm completely, what they call it, a coon. Now, you understand? Yes, look at here. Slave shackle being removed by a British sailor. 1907.
Shit.
You understand? 1907 was only 100 years ago. You understand? Give me 28. 68. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Remember Egypt. What happened in Egypt?
Some of the pictures written on the cars.
Of course, on the flyers. You got the flyers.
Okay.
What happened in Egypt? You said it earlier.
Exodus?
Exodus. Yes. What happened to the Israelites in Egypt? We were slaves in Egypt. That's why God caused the 10 plagues, like you said, to occur for Pharaoh to let Israel.
Rebellious.
Right. You understand? So in Egypt occurred what? Slavery. Let's get there. Exodus 20.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2.
Go ahead.
I am the Lord thy God,
Go ahead.
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Out of the land of Egypt. What does the word Egypt means?
out of the house of bondage.
Bondage is another word for what? Slavery.
That's right.
Go back, Deuteronomy 28, 68, because the Bible's ran like a puzzle. You gotta go one place to explain one verse explains another verse.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I see the whole message now. Now I see what God is trying to say. Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
My brother, Egypt means what? Egypt means slavery.
Bondage.
Good. I shall bring thee into slavery, bondage, what?
Again,
Again.
with ships.
This time with what?
Ships.
What?
Ships.
What group of people? Let's look at world history now again. What group of people, what major event happened in world history that people went into slavery on ships? Who was that? Who was it? Was it the Chinese? What about the white man? I thought the white man was the Jews. They don't fit the prophecies though.
Right.
Who went to slavery on ships? Black and Hispanics, Native Indian descent. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. Give me 32. Name being changed. Our names are being changed. Language was stripped from us. Our culture was stripped from us. You understand? All these things are prophesied in the Bible. We're going to show you that. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb.
A proverb means a what? Proverb means it's like a slang. Like
Black men are lazy.
huh? Black people are lazy.
Sexual.
Right. Black people are born thieves.
Yeah.
You understand? What you call a Puerto Rican in a three-piece suit? May the defendant please rise. I heard that one before. Damn. Sorry, Cat. No,
It's all right. I'll forgive you.
but read that again.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
And a byword, meaning what? An insult. Meaning what? Niggas, coons, spits. Give me some wetbacks.
Throw 'em in a can.
All these different things, monkeys and whatnot.
Yep.
We're gonna be the base, the bottom. Our name is gonna be bottom upon the planet Earth. Isn't that so? Isn't that so? Wherever we go, you can see the hatred. You can see the hatred. You can smell it from the other nations. You understand? But what's gonna change it? Give me Joshua 1 and 8. Joshua 1 and 8. So do you descend from these people on the slave ships? Do you descend from these people on the slave ships? Yes. That means what? You're a descendant of the Israelites.
Right.
You understand? No longer should you call yourself a Jamaican. Jamaican means what? You know what the word Jamaican means? A land of wood and water. Are you literally a land of wood and water? Right. You understand? Does our nationality begin in slavery? How come when you go to school, our history starts and stops at slavery? We have no major historical
Accomplishments.
significance other than slavery? Nah, we go to school, we learn about the Chang dynasty, the 16th dynasty of some Chinese man, but we don't know nothing past 1492, 1619. Who were we before our names were being changed?
Right.
Who were we? We was always known as the Israelites. What we got to do now? Now that you know you're Israelite, you are the children of the curse, right? You're the children of prophecy.
That's right.
What now? What must we do now? Go ahead.
Joshua chapter 1 verse 8.
Joshua 1 and 8. Go ahead.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Like you said, sis, don't let the Bible depart from thy mouth. Always keep the laws of God in your mind. Why? Because it's going to govern your daily life. You understand? Right? That's your wife, right? You see something else in the street? Damn, she got a nice backside. Don't do that. Why? Thou shalt not commit adultery. Same thing with you, sis. Oh, damn, that brother got a nice back. I don't know what body part.
Six pack.
But he got a nice six pack. She gonna say what? Don't let the laws of the Lord depart out of thy mouth. Don't leave it out your head. You understand? Keep thy wisdom, right? Go ahead.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
That's what it means. Meditate. Keep the laws of God, because that's what wisdom. Go ahead.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
Go ahead.
For then,
For what?
for then,
After we keep God's laws, then after, meaning the distinction of time occurs. Go ahead.
thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
Then us as a people, as a nation, we're going to be prosperous. What's some of God's laws? Give me Deuteronomy 22:5. Give me some of God's laws. Is there laws on how we dress? In the Bible.
I've never read.
Never read it. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. We're here to establish what? Marriage. This is beautiful right here. Black man, black woman. We need this. We need the unity. Especially as a young man. We don't see this no more. We usually see young men, older brothers, chasing some young thing down the street.
There you go.
You understand? Same thing with the sisters. You understand? We need more examples of what? The Israelite household being resurrected. Go ahead. Deuteronomy 22:5. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5.
This is for you and your wife. Go ahead.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What pertains unto a man that women shall not wear? Shape showing, right?
You know, it should be flowing garment from
Just read the next part.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
What's a woman's garment that men should not wear? This is going into what? False dressing.
Oh, getting it.
Men shouldn't dress like women.
Yeah.
Women shouldn't dress like men, right? Give me some things that men should not wear. Dress, skirts, bras, blouses, panties, high heels. You understand? We all know. We all know, right?
This is America.
But this is Sodom.
Exactly.
Babylon.
That's
You
what I never
understand? So let's be the top part.
The woman
The
shall,
woman. So we understand the man's part. The woman. Now your part says, go ahead.
shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What pertains to a man today that women wear? Pants. You ever seen your grandmothers wearing pants? Me, I had a grandmother. I never seen her wear pants until one day, until she came to America. Until she came to America. DR,
Tell that verse.
Deuteronomy 22:5. So sis, pants, we're gonna show you that. Give me Daniel 3. Is it 3:21 posting?
Yes.
Give me Daniel 3:21. We're gonna show you out the Bible that the Bible always says a woman has to wear what? Skirt, dresses. You understand? Men have to wear what? Pants. You understand? So you're in the right, but you got to make sure what your wife wears the skirt. You understand?
Yeah, women, I see that too, right?
Go ahead. And this ain't nothing to bash y'all. We give you God's laws to what? To bring up our people. You understand, sis? Go ahead.
Daniel.
Usually when we bring out God's laws, our people scatter like roaches. And our women, they love their pants. You understand? But we got to change that.
So what I'm doing the full time in America.
Wear leggings. That's what our sisters was wearing. Our sisters was picking cotton in the winter.
Men wear
Let's do it.
You don't wear leggings under the skirt. You got leggings, you got stockings, you got all these different things. You know, it's funny. We usually hear that same thing, right? When it's in the winter time. But in the winter time, women wear the same thing in the summer. You always in the summer, you still see them with the booty shorts and the leggings and whatnot. Everything's showing. They wear the same thing when it's cold. You understand? Go ahead. You got one for you?
Daniel chapter 3 verse 21.
Hey, look at the word hostess.
Then these men were bound in their coats. They're hosen.
Hosen. H-O-S. Hold on.
Yeah, look up hosen.
Hosen.
There we go.
I got it here.
Can you read it from the flyer?
Where's it at? Oh, yes. Cross-dressing, right? Both breeches, like in down south, breeches mean what? Pants. And hosen, another word for pants, were pants worn by men that covered down to the lower part of the thigh. Scripturally, we can prove that men wore what we call pants by today's definition. You understand? Give me Exodus 28:42. I'm gonna prove that. We read here.
So what about like in Scotland where those men wear?
That's wrong. That's white men. That's Edomite. Should we follow the white man? He put us into slavery. He's the one that taught our women wearing pants came about in the what is it? World War II. Women's revolution. The women's suffrage revolution. You understand? When you have a woman, an Edomite woman, white woman, known as Amelia Bloomer. That's where they got the term bloomers come from. Because World War II occurred, all the men, they went to the war. There was nobody to work in the factories. So they had women, they had such a thing as bloomers. The women, they would tuck their skirts in, it was pants. And they'll go in, and there's, there's a suit, they put it on. Now they're wearing pants on top of their skirt.
Jumper.
Then, jumpers, right. Then that progressed, and now women are wearing pants. But that was never the case in ancient times. You understand? We always read about women wearing what? Skirts and dresses.
All right.
Men wearing
Question,
pants.
in your church, does females wear pants?
Yes.
Because I've never seen female on the street.
We'll show you. And usually our women think, if you're wearing dresses and skirts, it's ugly. Or it's old fashioned.
Where you from? Haiti.
We're from Yard.
Yeah.
Yard, not from Kingston.
Yo, him look from the
God, hey, bring up daughter of Sarah real
This is
quick.
my wife's page right here.
Yes. Look at that. Beautiful. This is his brother's wife right here. Skirt and modest. Beautiful. You understand? Look at that. You understand what I'm saying? You got colorful dresses and whatnot. So just because the Bible's saying women to wear dresses and skirts, we automatically think it's talking about the Arabs, wearing black, cover your face and no. You understand? Our women was always beautiful. You understand? It's today and age, white man puts immodesty with beauty.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Today and age. Why? Because he's a fornicator. When you read the Bible, Hebrews 12 and 26. Is there a fornicator like Esau? You understand? So the white man perverses everything. You can't follow that.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. Take care of us. And our children too. We have abandoned. How are you? People want to know who's the king.
Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.